kickoff for Cincinnati.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And inside the... before he's brought down.
Complete to number 87.
So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
So from the 17... Now here's a 1st and 10. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
1-yard line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 14.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
Pass. Complete to Keenan Allen.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did, because to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
1st and 10 at the
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. On second down, here's Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Burrow on third down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal is there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield, try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Back to Mixon on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Kelly. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
23 yards, the final tally.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Chargers 0.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open man, here's Foster.
Burrow's
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Touchdown! John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Joshua Kelly on the carry.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Kelly. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Makes the score Bengals 13, Chargers 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And they must have... The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's at the 30, 10, and touchdown. John Ross, 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Herbert now.
He'll get that complete to Reed.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on first down. It's Kellen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Herbert's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Open man, it's Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's going to dump this one down to Kelly. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the...
That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Chargers.
To Joe Reed.
Joe Reed, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Giorgio to
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
fumbled on the play. Recovered by the Chargers.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On first down, Justin Herbert. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
From the gun, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Joshua Kelly. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touch. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Giorgio.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
It's on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
4-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On second down now, it's Kelly. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense,
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And it's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Open man is Ross, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It is caught at the 7-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
they'll go again with Kelly. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
the ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
A gain of
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Kelly. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Joshua Kelly.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
40-yard line.
Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused. On it.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tyler Fackrell on the tackle. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
From the gun, Herbert. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Dixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Able to shake him off. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Give him 32 on the play. Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. They shakes him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bengals will get the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Burrow. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The 17-yard line.
Hill now operating from the red zone. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Hill on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chargers offense back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing after the interception. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Herbert on 1st down now. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Herbert. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
first and 10. Hill buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Joshua Kelly. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.